Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Spiritual Spotlight series. Today, I am joined by Teresa Wornstaff. She is an influential catalyst for graceful change. She is a high level intuitive and a channel who brings you wisdom from your soul and the universe so you can live abundantly. She was born a high level intuitive and has cultivated her intuitive skills of knowing and channeling so she can tap into your soul's purpose and guide you to manifest a life of purpose, design, and desire. So that is having you honestly, like, it sounds like you kind of do a blueprint for people because you're intuitive, you're a channel, you're everything. And this is like high level, like, hey, Rachel, this is what you're supposed to be doing. I love that. Teresa, thank you so much for coming on the Spiritual Spotlight
Yeah.
series.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here, Rachel. Thank you for having me.
My dog is saying hello.
Hello, puppies. Mine's at daycare.
So let me just ask you this question, and I'm gonna put myself on mute while my dog is having his moment. So your journey as an intuitive catalyst for change is very captivating. Can you maybe share a significant moment or experience that marked the beginning of your path to becoming a conduit for soul wisdom? And maybe actually when you knew that you were high level intuitive and kind of maybe a moment or moments that led you on this path?
Rachel, I was born intuitive and I was born into a Muggle family. So it was
God
such
bless you.
oh, thank you. Oh, it was such a challenge to figure out, okay, I'm seeing, I'm knowing, I'm hearing. Oh my God, that teacher just lied to me. What? I'm 6 years old. Adults don't lie. What the heck? And oh my gosh, this person is making a decision and I can see the energy of it and it's not good. It's going to lead them down the wrong path. And I'm like 10, right? And I'm watching all these adults make decisions that including my parents. So, here I am, the eldest of three siblings and myself, and I'm watching decisions being made and statements being made. And I'm just like, okay, this is messed up. This is what is going on. Who dropped me here and why? So I became very introverted and I started to then tap into past lives. And I'd ask my mom, and like one day I walked up to my mom and I said, I have a spot on my back where I was shot in a past life and died. And it kind of bothers me sometimes. And she turned around and she said, dinner will be ready in 10 minutes. I mean, there was no space. I went to the librarian and said, I want to research witches because I was one in a past life. And she just looked at me like, should we call your mother, dear?
So honestly, like that's like you were born intuitive. You knew that you had like these past lives and everything. And so how did you overcome like people having no idea what's going on and potential
Yeah.
judgment and shame may even come into play
Yep.
to what you do now for others? Like how did you make that shift to accepting your soul's purpose and your soul's gifts?
Do you know how I did it? I spent 30 years in corporate trying not to do it.
Oh, you speak my
Yeah.
language. What am I
Right.
doing now?
Yeah. I ran from it because I didn't have any context. I didn't understand. And I mean, I was using playing cards to do tarot readings at 18, and I'd never even heard of a tarot deck.
Yeah, so it's almost
It
like you had two
was,
different lives.
I did. And it was really, really, really hard. And so I spent 30 years climbing the corporate ladder and doing everything that I thought society said, go do this, be safe, be successful, be abundant, be happy. Only I was anything but any of those things.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah.
Isn't it sad?
It is sad. It's almost like you're not being your true, authentic, divine nature. And to be disconnected from that for 30 years is a long time. And so how
Yeah.
did you reconnect with this is me at my soul level, and these are the gifts that I can provide to others?
So it started with baby steps. When I discovered that, excuse me, I could use my gifts in business on the down low and kind of make business decisions that elevated my status in the
Mm,
company and gained the company a result that they wanted to create, I started to listen a little more. And then I moved into consulting and I worked with Fortune 100, with NASA, with all these companies, helping them with their business, doing analysis. And that helped me to start to develop a relationship with my intuition that was more than, oh, I'm going to go watch this speaker. I'm going to go listen to this um, information. I'm going to research this. I started to then own it within me, which is a whole different way of how I related to my intuition. And that put me on the path of, when COVID hit, it was
mm,
a great reset for all of us, a terrible tragedy and a great opportunity, a great reset.
definitely agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
definitely.
I think a lot of people experienced it that way.
It was like a whole flip of the life, and it made you go within
Yep.
and
And
disconnect
and
from a lot of matrices.
exactly. A lot of the unhealthy behaviors and belief systems that perpetuated the path of least resistance, or what I call the path of default,
Mm,
which is I'll just do what I think I'm supposed to do. Right.
right.
So when that happened, I thought, okay, so let's use this time. Let's dive deep. And believe it or not, in 2021 was the first time I put intuitive on my website.
How'd that
I
feel?
know. Scary as all get out, because I was a respected business person,
For a long time. Yeah.
right? For so long. And the more comfortable I became with being seen as this gifted intuitive who could go in and talk with your soul and the universe and then bring you the wisdom for you to align with what's optimal for you. Oh, it just burst my heart wide open. And all of a sudden, the sun came out, the birds started singing, and then it felt like I was on my right path.
Yeah. And then did
And
you find that
it's,
things aligned for you also, like opened up and completely shifted?
yeah, yeah. And I don't want to minimize the number of opportunities to grow that
100%.
happen, because that's life, right?
Yeah.
That's our evolution. Um, the biggest opportunity is to stand in trust, you know,
I love
that
that.
you really are okay. You really are powerful. And I'm talking to everybody out there. And you're amazing. And the universe loves you so much that it will do anything in its power to help you be successful. And you get to define what success is.
Yeah. You don't have to, it's almost like we were programmed to society's expectations. And what you're saying is to stand in trust and to truly believe that you are a divine being from whatever source you believe in, and that all of this power and all of this beauty is within. But what you just said, like I felt it in my core, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I think so many people, and I imagine a lot of your clients, because I know you do masterminds and you do coaching, they probably just don't believe that well, why am I so special? Why am I? Well, what makes you not special? Like, do you really think God's going to exclude you? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, like, so tell me about like, so maybe like, how do you get that aha with your clients that, that burst your heart open?
I have a unique ability to transmit activations and codes for the optimal benefit of my clients. So, for example, for people listening to this podcast, through the transmissions in my voice, they will receive whatever energies, blessings, prayers. God will touch you, the universe will touch you in ways that best support where you are on your evolution. And I am able to go into channel and do it individually, such
Hmm.
as in the one-on-one coaching, but I can do it on the broad spectrum in large groups. You know, for the groups that I run or when I speak or on podcasts, I've given my soul 100% permission to go in and help me to be the conduit for whatever is needed by the audience today and in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Does
how
that make sense?
100%. Yes, ma'am. Like I am hearing your language because it's almost like an energetic frequency that your higher self and your soul is going to understand. Your mind doesn't need to understand it, but
Yeah.
your soul will receive it and will receive the healing for the best and highest good. No matter, like, we could be talking about, hey, what'd you eat last night? And you could be like, Rachel, da, 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 da. But in the background, your higher self, your soul is channeling this energy through 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. Because
Awesome.
I mean, because it's so many people, like, it's what we need right now. Like, it's what people need, it's what they crave, it's what they, and it's also like, I just feel like what your work is so important right now. Because I mean, you probably are seeing this with so many people are turning more towards a spiritual side and they're questioning, what is my purpose? What am I here
Yeah.
for? I bet you get that. I mean, that's basically what you're doing. You're telling them, look, this is what you're here for. And
Yeah.
also, when you're doing your work, do you also, because you're bringing upon healing, so are you clearing away the energetic debris that gunks up on people?
Absolutely 100%. And I want to qualify that because what is not necessary in your energy field will be released, and it will not be belief systems or things that you have brought into your life to teach you a lesson.
That
So
makes sense.
it's not
It's
a
not a
broad
blanket.
stroke. I'm just going to clean it all up for you. You're all good to go.
Good luck. Have
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah. And and it's evolutionary. So what you're faced with today is not what you're going to be faced with tomorrow.
Hmm.
And that's the key, is to remember that it's evolutionary. Nothing is stagnant. We're
Hmm.
always growing and learning.
Absolutely. I love that. So tell me a little bit about how your work focuses on helping people stand and deliver from their brilliance, contributing, like you said, to the personal and global I can't even talk. Elevation. Oh my gosh. Elevation.
Evolution.
Thank you.
You're
Gone.
welcome.
This is what happens when I'm dealing with high energy. Brain does
Yeah.
not work anymore. So thank you for channeling this to me because you've making me speechless. Um, can you maybe share an inspiring example of maybe someone that you've guided who transformed their life and expression through your mentorship and your intuitive insights? Evolution. There we
Oh,
go. It's back.
yeah. So I think we have opportunities to look in a number of places. I've worked with business leaders who have all of a sudden pivoted within their business so that they are more self-expressed and authentic, and all of a sudden their business becomes more successful. People seek them out
Yeah.
because they're now glowing authentically. I've worked with individuals who have had deep chronic illnesses,
Mm,
and my counsel was stop doing the thing that's creating the illness, which happened to be their work.
mm, wow.
And they were firmly then on the path of healing. And 1 year later, they're now running marathons. Yeah,
Wow.
I can't even do a marathon. So
Listen, guys, running in me. But honestly, to have a chronic condition to now
yep,
being healthy enough to run a marathon in less than a year is so inspirational, and it gives people, I mean, it probably gives people hope. Like,
yeah,
hey, if you can do it, I can do it.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I
love
have
that.
one young lady that I'm working with. She's in her 20s and she works in tech.
Mhm.
And her dream is to be able to bring mindfulness to the corporate environment.
Yeah.
And after 3 months of working together in my course called Alchemy of an Intentional Life, she was in Vegas. She was invited to run a meditation for 250 women in tech.
Wow.
I know.
It just makes you just feel so, like, warm and fuzzy inside. So tell us about this program you just said. Tell us all about this.
Yeah, so Alchemy of an Intentional Life is a 6-month program where I bring you through a series of topics that the universe gave me back in August, Lionsgate, August of 2022.
Mhm.
And through these topics, you alter the perspective, your mind's perspective on your life. Energetically, you receive downloads and codes and information. Spiritually, you learn how to navigate your life in a more mindful, conscious way.
Mhm.
You're given tools and energetic support. And I'm now in the second go round of Alchemy, and the attendees from the first go round all signed up again because their life changed so dramatically they didn't want to stop.
Wow. So is it
Yeah.
a open cohort, or is it only once a year you open this up for the 6-month program?
Yeah, I open it up twice a year in September and March.
Nice. So for
So
anyone listening, March of 2024, you could get into this program.
that's correct.
I
Yeah.
love that. And then
Yeah.
you also have, you do live talks. I know that you're going to be going somewhere live soon in New York, which we are in New York. Can you tell us a little bit about this and when it is?
Yeah. So I'll be in Harrison, New York, giving a live talk on October 19th, and it will all be centered around creating clarity. The
Mm,
universe has asked me to take this topic, clarity, and really open it up so that people can start to have a deeper, more productive, more intimate relationship with their intuition.
nice.
So I bring in tools and information, and I do an activation. So I'll provide a link for that, and we can put
Perfect.
that somewhere in the
Absolutely.
information.
Yes. And do you have to be in person to attend this live workshop, or can it
No,
be on Zoom?
Zoom or live. Yeah, I
How long
know.
is it? What time is it at?
7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. And the caveat is it may go long because I get into the energy and this makes me cry.
Oh my
There's so
goodness.
much that wants to be delivered. There's so there's so many ways that I can help people just by being in presence with them that yeah, I will continue until we're done. Sorry.
I know.
Oh,
I love how, I mean, this is Teresa living her soul's purpose and
yeah,
truly being of service to others. Like I love how authentic you are. Like honestly, like just to be in your authentic truth and just you want to help others. Like live. I mean, clarity is such a big topic. Like, I mean, just
It's
that word
huge.
alone. I mean, and I'm sorry you cried, but I love how passionate and how the energy flows from you. Like you can just feel it. Like anyone who listens is gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm signing up. 100%. Love it. I am. I am.
Thank you.
So tell me, because my internet connection's unstable. I think it's all the high energy you're bringing in. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that's right.
like, hello. Tell me about this mystic messages that you have launched or are launching.
So I have a YouTube channel called Soul Channel, and it originally was designed for me to bring people into interview so that they can share their brilliance.
Mm,
Then the universe said, well, we also want you to teach about clarity. So then we developed a second pillar, and I teach about clarity. And then about a month ago, they said, well, you need to channel for people more. So I have developed something called Mystic Messages, where individuals can email me questions and I'll go into channel and ask the universe and we'll give them answers.
wow.
So, yeah, it's really powerful. It's all pre recorded. And we got through, I think, 8 or 10 questions in this first episode, and it releases on October 13th.
Nice.
And so you'll find it on YouTube, and I'm hoping to migrate everything to Spotify and iTunes soon, but that's a project.
You know what? One step at a time, girlfriend.
Yeah, for
And the name
sure.
of your YouTube channel is called Soul. What is it Soul Channel?
Soul Channel, and you can find it under my name, Teresa Wornstaff.
Okay, perfect. So
Yeah.
tell me about if anyone wants to work in a group setting or one-on-one mentoring, what is the best way to get in touch with you?
The best way is to email me, Teresa, Teresa, at teresawarnstaff.com.
Perfect. And if anyone wants to ask a question for Mystic Messages, is that also where they can send it
Yeah.
to? Does it
Yes,
matter what
please.
question it is, or can it be anything?
It can be anything. It can be about the cosmos. It could be about energy. I had 2 questions that made me giggle was, should I divorce my husband? And should I quit my job? And I answer them on October 13th.
I'm gonna send in some questions. I love that. So let me ask you this, because this is all about what you're doing right now. So your ability to channel wisdom from souls in the universe is obviously very remarkable. Can you
Thank
maybe
you.
shed light on the process of channeling and how it serves a conduit for individuals to to talk about your favorite topic, clarity?
Yeah. So what I do is when, like, for example, right now, I would be, if you were my client, I would be tapped into the energy, which I am all the time, but I would be tapped in and have implicit permission to be able to speak with your soul.
Hmm.
That's the coaching agreement, right? That's the
Hmm.
agreement we have if you seek my support. So I go into channel and it can be eyes open or eyes closed. And I receive information through direct knowing um, as to what is most optimal for you to hear in that moment. And it just happens spontaneously. And I want to draw a caveat because I think this is really, really important. At no time do I ever go into anybody's personal energy without their permission.
100%.
It is so important to draw those boundaries and to have that agreement. And if something is egregious or really knocking at my psychic doors, so to speak, and I receive a message for somebody, I will always ask permission. Listen, I'm an intuitive, I'm a channel, I have some information. Do you want to hear it? And if it's something that's uncomfortable, I'll say, great. Let's set up a time to have a conversation outside of this environment. If it's something benign, like, hey, your mom just wants you to know she's looking after you. She loves you so much. She's so proud of you. You're doing great. I'll give it right there and then. So I think that's important that A, people understand, and that B, people can draw those boundaries for themselves. Like, if you don't want to hear it, say no.
Absolutely. And I think that sometimes in the intuitive world, consent gets left to the wayside.
Yeah.
And we need to have consent for I'm praying for you, I'm sending you energy, whatever we're doing with another person, there needs to be consent. Yeah.
100%. I
Mm,
agree. And I that is foundational to what I teach is it's not your energy, it's not your business. Yeah.
amen. I love that. Because sometimes you feel like I have instances, and this is off topic, of like you feel like people are remote viewing or tapping in, and it's like you need to get out and you do not have permission. Like,
Yeah.
like, no, no, not for you.
Yep. Yep.
Because
Yeah.
you might disrupt something
Yeah.
that you're not supposed to be messing with, you
Yep.
know? I love that. So let me ask you one more question. Actually, I want to ask you a million questions, but I know you're busy and we got to wrap up soon. So I guess maybe what message or advice might you have for somebody who is hesitant or unsure about stepping into their own most extraordinary destiny and embracing their full potential of their soul's wisdom?
Mm, that's a great question, Rachel. Thank you. As humans, one of the things that we do is we tend to pile on everything all at once, and it moves us into a state of inertia. The only thing you need to do is take one step. The universe is listening, it's paying attention. And by taking one step, you're saying, okay, I'm scared, but I'm going to do this one thing. And I promise you, the universe will meet you and support you. You're never alone. And here's something else that's coming through that wants to be heard. Trust yourself. If you feel that this is the right direction for you, or if you feel, no, this isn't right, this new job is not it, it sounds, it looks, but it doesn't feel right, trust yourself. Cultivate the trust, cultivate that clarity, because the moment you start to cultivate the trust, you're building your intuitive skills. So just one step, and find somebody who makes you feel good, somebody who is really grounded in love. And that's me, that's my premise. It's about love and uplifting you into that place where your soul has designed for you to live. And that's a place of abundance and love and feeling fulfilled.
I love that. And I also feel like your work takes off the blindfolds.
Yeah.
And it just makes you, I also feel like with you, you also make it's almost like you're a cheerleader, like helping
Yep.
people along. I love that. I just love it.
Thanks. Me
Well,
too.
Teresa, I want to say thank you so, so much for coming on the Spiritual Spotlight series. You are amazing. And I definitely look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah, I would love that, Rachel. Thank you so much for having me here.